According to Lauren Sharkey, a student at Brook University, college students spend on average $5 to $105 just on coffee a month. Now that's a lot of money. So from my experience, I work at Starbucks, so I see on hand how much people spend daily. And today I'll be talking about an easy way of using a French press as a college student to save money. So there are three main ideas on using a French press to save money. You can use a French press to froth milk, you can use it to steep tea, and you can also use it for the main and most common use is making coffee. So the first way is to use it to froth milk. So what you're going to do is you're going to grab a cup of milk, and then you're going to pour it, you're going to microwave it for about 45 seconds to a minute, depending on how hot you like your milk. And then you're going to go ahead and pour it into the French press. And once you've done so, you're going to place the plunger onto the top, like so, and you're just going to start pumping it over and over and over until the milk starts to double or triple in size. Now this takes maybe about 30 seconds to a minute, and once that's done, your milk is now frothed. And the second way of using your press is to steep tea. And to do so, this is coffee, but we're going to show an example as tea. You're going to take this out, you're going to grab a tablespoon for every hot cup of water, and you're going to put the tea in there, you're going to place this on top, and then you're just going to pump it a few times to kind of mix the tea and the hot water around. And what you're going to do is you're going to leave the plunger up for about 5 to 10 minutes, so that way the tea can steep fully. And once that's done, you're going to start to slowly press the press down, and so that way all the grounds end up onto the bottom of the press, and the tea is now on the top. Now you can add like strawberries, you can add fresh fruits like oranges and pineapples, depending on what you like in your tea. And then once you do that, once you push the plunger down, it'll all be stuck at the bottom, so that way the tea is like fresh. And now that we've talked about how to use the press for tea, we're gonna go into using it to make coffee. Now to make coffee with the press, what you're gonna do is for every 2 tablespoons of ground coffee is 6 ounces of water, of hot water. So this is only a tablespoon, so I'm gonna double the scoops. Normally it would be 3 for a grande cup of hot water, so I'm going to do 6. So now that you've done the 6 cups, you're going to get a cup of hot water. Now this is cold because, I don't have a microwave, so. You're going to grab the cup of hot water, and then you're going to pour it into your press. Now when you do so, according to Kelly Beard, my district manager, you're going to pour the water into the press at a circular motion. So by doing this, you make sure that you get all of the grounds completely. And after that, it's going to look something like this. Now after that, you're going to grab the plunger, you're going to put it onto the top, and you're going to leave it there for about 4 minutes. When you leave it there for 4 minutes, it gives the grounds and the hot water time to steep. And after doing so, I'm not going to stand here for 4 minutes and let it steep, so I'm just going to show you what you do next. You're going to start to slowly push the plunger down, and as you can see, it's pushing the grounds to the bottom of the press and releasing the coffee to the top. Like that. So it's going to look like that after. You see how all the grounds are stuck at the bottom and the coffee's on the top. Now after that's done, you're not going to pull this out. You're going to leave the plunger in, and you're going to grab one of your things, and you're just going to start to slowly pour, which is not going to work right now and that's pretty much how you pour coffee into that, using that. And once, you want to make sure that you don't leave the coffee sitting into the press, because it can become very bitter. So immediately after pushing down the plunger, you want to immediately pour the coffee and store it into like maybe another cup or a thermos, I believe that's what it's called. So yeah, that's how you make coffee using a French press. Today we talked about 3 important steps on using the French press as a college student to save money. I hope you take this advice as from experience. I hope you go out and buy a French press so that way for the future you can save between $5 to $105 a month on coffee as a college student. So that's how you use it.